Hey yo, what's up everybody, it's JJ. Today we're coming back a video basically talking about Ethereum, and of course if let's say you are an investor or hodler of Ethereum itself, this video is going to be beneficial for you because there's going to be some price action ongoing on this content itself, and I'm going to explain to you why. So if let's say you are an investor of Ethereum, or let's say you have not heard about Ethereum itself, this is the time to basically know more about Ethereum. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, kindly leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and of course turn on post notification totally for free. If you want to support the channel, visit my Patreon. And of course on my Patreon itself, I do have like updated content instead of like premium content on YouTube itself. If you want to watch it now, head over to Patreon, subscribe, and you can basically watch all the content totally just by paying a small amount. So right now we're gonna jump into what is this Ethereum Shanghai update. So as we all know itself, Ethereum itself has previously went towards this proof of stake. Then after that, from there they completely wipe out this proof of work. So for this Shanghai update itself is very important for all validators. I would say all validators who are doing like your Ethereum staking. And of course, this is not only concerning the validators, I would say it's also concerning the people who are holding on to Ethereum and of course looking to add more to your stacks itself. This might be a great time to basically add more into your stacks, and of course this might be somehow a great time to take profit. But of course, this is not a financial advice video, it's just a fundamental like basically analysis that I have in the crypto space and of course the market itself. So what is this Shanghai update itself? In a nutshell itself, Ethereum Shanghai upgrade itself will enable ETH staker, basically ETH validators, to withdraw their funds from the beacon chain. And of course the Shanghai update itself will impact Ethereum's execution layers, and of course occurring in with parallel consensus layer, basically doing the upgrade all together. And after that it's just the withdrawal update, because as we all know itself, previously I was in the Ethereum validating like staking and everything. So for this case itself, I was being slashed, therefore I really need the what is that called? I need this update to be done, therefore I can withdraw my 30 plus Ethereum that is stuck on the beacon chain, so I can basically top it up again, then send it to the validator to do validating as well. So this is one of the use case for those who are looking to withdraw the validator itself. It's coming soon, and of course it's coming in 7 days for those who are looking to withdraw on their this Shanghai update. So what do I need to do as a hodler if let's say you are a person holding lots of Ethereum? Let's rephrase it, not holding lots of Ethereum but an investor of Ethereum. So I would say if let's say you're holding the coin itself, there is pretty much nothing for you to do. I would say that the only thing that you need to do itself is, let's say you are buying your crypto on exchanges itself, it's a financial advice for you to basically withdraw all your funds onto a hardware wallet, which I'll recommend Ledger. If let's say you put in your crypto over on the exchange itself, if the exchange goes bankrupt or Ponzi like FTX itself, basically you will lose all of your money, even though it is license regulated, but there is no FDIC or SDIC or whatever kind of insurance being in place, regardless of how regulated, of how many tons of license that they have. If let's say it goes bonkers, you are basically losing all your money. So I would say for hodlers itself, please buy a hardware wallet to store your cryptocurrency, and of course do it with Ledger, if not Trezor hardware wallets, link all down below. So basically for hodler itself, nothing much to do, just do not store your funds on the exchange itself. I would recommend that. And of course during the upgrade itself, your exchange will probably disable deposits or withdrawal for Ethereum because the upgrade is still ongoing, and after that, once it's finally finalized or everything, you will be able to access the exchange all over. But trading itself, we are unsure if let's say some of the exchange might pause the trading for Ethereum, but highly likely doubly so, where they would not pause the Ethereum trading. Therefore, as a validator, so what do you need to do? If let's say you're a validator, so for validators like us itself, we are looking for this withdrawal to happen. And from my previous research about this Shanghai update itself, we know that this will enable the validators to basically withdraw their funds from the Ethereum, from the beacon chain itself. And I believe that they are not going to allow the validators with, like, if I'm not wrong, they are going to do like maybe one day there's only an X amount of validator that can exit the beacon chain itself, because we all know that as of today itself, the validators that is running this, all the validators as of today itself is ran by a centralized entity, basically like Binance staking. Your Binance, if let's say go over to Binance, you will see like Ethereum 2.0, and after that from there they are encouraging people to buy the Ethereum 2.0. Then Binance, they do the staking on behalf of you, basically the what we call it the pool staking, exchange staking and stuff like this. Basically you are just submitting your funds, pulling all the funds together, then they stake for you. So if let's say they decided to withdraw everything itself, the network itself will go bonkers. I mean, like, there might have a chance of this 51% attack occurring if let's say the validator suddenly like went offline or start withdrawing everything. So I would say they are doing, from my understanding itself, they are not going to let everybody to withdraw it immediately, but daily itself there might be like a cap of maybe 1,000 validators that can exit the beacon chain, or maybe hopefully itself they could just let those who have been slashed to exit first, then those who wants to take their profit. So I would say this is a better way, because being slashed you can't really do much with your, I mean, like, you can't do much on the network itself, and you are being punished already by not having rewards since the day you have been slashed. So I would say that is somehow a logical term for us to basically withdraw our funds. First, basically have the priority for to do so. So I'm going to dive into the nerds data if let's say you're interested in this segment. Otherwise, skip towards the price prediction part. So the nerds data itself is gonna impact this Ethereum price prediction. So if you want to know about how do I get about this price prediction itself, you will need to know the nerds data. So nerds data itself, we can just dive into it. So for the Shanghai upgrade itself, this is the specific, the GitHub itself, gonna link down below. I'm not gonna go through this nerds data. Instead, I'm just gonna go to the stats itself. As we can see itself, for the all time of this validator itself, since the beginning of this beacon scan itself, it has been 20,000 over. I mean, start from zero. Eventually, there's, as of today itself, there's almost 563,000 of these validators that is online. Basically, daily itself, there's always people staking to become an ETH validator, and after that, from there, we can see that the daily validator income itself has, on average itself, it has really went down, because from what we understand from this ETH validator itself, the more validator that is on the network itself, the lower, I mean, like, the reward will be split evenly with everybody. Therefore, the average validator has really gone down. And after that, we can see that this total income itself has increased. Yes, because there's more validator, therefore the total income increased in the whole nutshell itself. The whole network itself, daily income itself, 13,000 worth of Ethereum has been issued daily. Yeah, almost daily itself has been increasing because more validator is in. But over here, we can see the average of everybody itself is going down. Therefore, we can see that there's more people taking part into this network, making it stronger. Then we can see on this itself, the total validator that has been slashed itself, as of today itself, if I'm not wrong, there's 233 validator found that is being slashed. So this over here will have a number of like 232 times by, let's say, 32 Ethereum, assuming that everybody on average is having 32 Ethereum. Basically, there's around 7,000 of this Ethereum being locked up that can't be done. Basically, nothing can be done. So if let's say this amount has been withdrawn first, I mean, people will start, some of them will start selling, and of course, some of us, like me, I would just do a validate again. Then after that, over here, we can see there's a total of validator over here being active, pending, and exited. So exited itself, this is all the validator that, they voluntarily do this exit, or they got slashed, or somehow, some reason they just exited the network itself. And after that, from there, we can see that this over here is showing us that 1,433 validator itself with 32 Ethereum each is being exited. And of course, this over here is waiting for the Shanghai update. And once the Shanghai update is happened, itself, this exit itself will basically, the funds from beacon chain itself will flush forwards towards this towards the mainnet itself. And from there, people who bought their Ethereum since last year, or maybe let's say 2 years ago when they started staking, it might have a price crash if let's say everybody starts selling, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So we're gonna jump into the price prediction. So for the price prediction itself, we're gonna basically talk about a chart of the price of Ethereum, and of course, when the Shanghai update happened, I think the price itself likely will go downwards because people are basically gonna cash out, but it is a likely situation. So if let's say you want to support the channel itself, feel free to visit my support page itself, basically on my GitHub itself. I have all of these exchanges being like listed on. So where can you purchase like your Ethereum or whatsoever for this price trading itself? If let's say you want to use buy spot trading itself, Bybit itself is for you to basically use it. And of course, on Bybit itself, they do have this margin trading. You can basically do spot trading or futures trading. Basically, you can do a leverage of 100x for all your cryptocurrency you want to basically trade on them. Feel free to use it. And of course, they charge a 0.1% for spot trading. KuCoin itself is one of the exchange that I also recommend because they have like tons of trading pairs. Then after that, you can use the exchange to basically trade. And of course, they have a relatively low fee as well, 0.1%. And of course, I would say as of today itself, the price of Ethereum itself is basically heading upwards. And of course, we can see the RSI itself is basically going towards the overbought value. Then after that is basically, I mean, we are having a rally upwards the past few days after the banks of like Silicon Valley Bank like collapse and everything. Is affect the people of confidence about this traditional banking. So I would say the price prediction itself, once the Shanghai update happen itself, we might see that the price of Ethereum might just, if let's say everybody start withdrawing and after that start realizing their gains itself, we will see a price dump of maybe up to 1.7 or maybe 1.5. At least if let's say we are going to dump, it's gonna be on this support level itself. If let's say the Shanghai update itself was bullish enough, I mean like there's nothing much to be bullish about, probably because whoever has been staking for since 2020 itself, we can zoom out itself. This is the green line itself showing us that during this period itself, this 2020 1st of December itself, this was when the Ethereum staking 2.0 started. So during this price itself, this action, this candle itself, Ethereum was around $600 over dollars. So whoever bought Ethereum during then and after that did the staking itself, regardless of the price as of today, they are all in profits. And after that, from there, we know that during the start itself, there was like a few thousand validators being taking part into this validating itself, staking, and after that from there testing the network, and eventually they have been like reaping the rewards for almost 3 years and almost 2 years, yeah, 2 years plus, 2.5 years. And of course, if let's say they are able to withdraw all of their gains itself, I mean like we are talking about thousands of Ethereums being generated from this staking. And of course, to be honest, I don't see the price of Ethereum itself going upwards because of this Shanghai update itself, because this is a withdrawal event update. So what is happening itself is whoever has locked their money in the Ethereum beacon chain itself will be able to withdraw it, and after that from there, withdrawing equals to whoever I mean people who might want to just realize their gains to cover their electricity, maybe covering their hardware expenses cost for running their Ethereum operator. So yeah, highly likely people are going to start withdrawing, and of course from there there's going to be profits being sold. So I would say I already done like a few resistant chart over here using the data all the way from here. After the after this staking events being happened, so the all-time high itself was almost 4,000, almost $5,000 in Ethereum. And of course, if let's say we can manage to break all of these resistance, like all these major resistance line, I would say over here maybe 2,900, almost 3,000. If we can break it, we can definitely go up higher. But over here for this Shanghai update itself, we are looking at 2,000. If let's say it managed to break this 2,000 itself, we might be just staying above this line. Like as of today, the current price, when the update happens, maybe we are floating around 2,000 or so, but unlikely to break this 2,000 line anytime soon, because Shanghai update is happening, withdrawal is happening. Thus people will get their money, then sell. So when it happens itself, selling, I would say we will have a resistance support of 1,400, at least 1,500 for the first resistance line. If let's say it could not hold this level itself, Ethereum might just go back down to 1,000. If people manage to like withdraw lots of funds, then after that start selling, like having a selling spree itself, because you have to remember that whoever bought during this staking itself and generated their reward, it was less than $600 when they buy per coin. So definitely they can keep selling all the way to $1,000. Even though it's at $1,000, they are still in profit. So you have to understand that. So during these few days of this updates itself, the update is going to happen. So if let's say you are looking to buy Ethereum as of today till the update itself, I will advise you to hold it. This is not financial advice. So some thoughts about that. Because as of today, we can see that Ethereum itself is rallying up. And of course, if let's say you want to purchase Ethereum to hold for your investment itself, today till the Shanghai update itself, I would say I'll probably advise you to basically buy after the Shanghai update that has happened, because I believe so people will start dumping their profits, their gains itself, to realize loss. I mean like realize their interest or rewards through the Ethereum network itself. Then after that, from there you can start buying those cheap Ethereum from time to time by at whatever level itself. So as of today, I would say don't really go and buy it, even though you're gonna do dollar cost averaging monthly series itself. This is still a start of the month. Wait for the update to happen, then you consider to purchase it. So not financial advice, it's just speculation on this. And after that, from there, hopefully you can make some money with Ethereum holding itself instead of buying it. Then after that, when it dips, you have to wait for additional, like I don't know how many months for it to recover, or even weeks to recover. Bitcoin, Ethereum itself is a volatile asset, so risk itself, I would say the risk of this update happening itself is, if let's say the update was not done correctly, we might see a postpone. I mean like if let's say the update during the day itself they're going to implement it. They found out somehow there was some error or whatever, bridge towards the coding itself, we might see an error. But of course, this is a planned update itself. So assuming that everything is going smoothly, it is all safe to do. After this itself, they're gonna do a update, and after that, no much risk is over here. I would say the risk only is basically the price dumping on you, and after that, pretty much nothing else to be risky about. So the risk itself, Ethereum itself is a volatile asset, crypto is a volatile asset. Do not invest with what you can't afford to lose, and of course, never ever store your funds, store your Ethereum or whatever in the exchange itself. Learn about self-custodian, and after that, from there, be your own bank. Take responsibility because it's your money. You do not want bank to freeze your account. You must understand how to operate your own bank with crypto. So I've come to the end of the video. If you like the video, kindly leave a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on post notification. Do visit my Patreon, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Bye bye. Peace.